All right, so we're out here. We're working on the build for SSG44. We got Zach from Race Prep Performance and AAD out here to help us with the build, do a little hands-on stuff. Claremont High School was gracious enough to let us use their shop and all their badass tools to do this build, and kind of let some of the students look over our shoulder and see what it's all about and get inspired to build cars. But to start out and we go over this build, we're going for 900 wheel horsepower on E85, and to do that we'll start out with these fuel injector connection injectors, 1200 cc injectors to eat up all that E85 and make it go fast. Then we have our smart access cable from HP Tuners. This actually allows the PCM to be readable from your MPVI3. We have the unlock PCM right here. And then we have the ATI 10% overdrive pulley, so you can see 10% bigger than this stock one right here. It's gonna spin that supercharger a bit faster too, and that's gonna help us achieve our power goals. And then we got some other stuff over here that Zach's gonna tell you about.
To top off the ATI, up top on the blower, we have an upper blower pulley as well. We're gonna run a 279 on that. So between the lower and the upper pulley, will be right around 20 PSI of boost through the factory IHI blower. Here we have the Modern Muscle Extreme dual pump drop-in system. It's got twin 285 TI automotive pumps. They'll support 1100 on E85, which is what we're gonna run in the car. So it's a completely plug and play kit. You just pull the old basket out. The nice thing about this is that it actually does have a basket, as compared to a lot of the other systems on the market don't have a basket, so you can't really run them below a quarter of a tank. The last thing is the AAD, the lower trailing arms and the adjustable control arms. These cars suffer when they make big power. They like to wiggle going down the road. They feel a little unstable at speed. This will take care of that. We're gonna get rid of all the rubber in the rear end, replace it with the Spiriflex joint and the polyurethane joint. The nice thing about these arms, they're fully adjustable, so if the car ever gets lowered in the future, we can adjust all the rear camber in it, and they're repeatable. So the nice thing is, if you take it to a nice alignment shop, they can give you two different alignments, so you can have one for the street and one for the drag strip. You can swap out these little tabs in the arms here and get your maximum traction there. So these will be a big upgrade for the rear as well as the fuel system. Keep this thing moving.
Yeah, so we're gonna get all this stuff on the car and get this thing making power. So stay tuned and enjoy the build. All right guys, so the Cook's exhaust just showed up from our friends over at Cook's. They're the best in the business for this stuff. It's gonna make this HELLCAT sound insane. So enough of that, let's get it out of the box and check it out. And I'll swap the valves.
What?
So Zach officially has the crank pin. So now we're gonna get the car back on the ground, button the supercharger back up, and get everything ready to go so we can start on the fuel system.
There we go.
All right, so day 2, we're here at Claremont High School again. Big shout out to those guys for letting us use this awesome shop to get this build done. We got a ton done yesterday. We got the hub on for the crank dampener, and we got that thing pinned, so we're just gonna have to grind down the front cover today. Zach's gonna knock out the fuel pump.
Yep.
We have the injectors are already in, the HP tuners ECU is already in, along with the smart access cable. And then we gotta get these control arms in and the exhaust and fire this thing up. So unless you got anything to add.
Make some noise today.
Let's do it.
So this will go as a secondary. So we'll probably mount this one like right in here. And then we tag these 2 wires. Pull up. All right, so we're gonna remove the stock upper arms here, do a little side-by-side comparison. So here we have the stock upper control arms, just a cast aluminum piece, rubber bushings, and this is the new upper camber arm from AED Performance. This is going to have the polyurethane bushings in it, be much harder, keep the wiggle out of the back of the car under high speed, as well as the adjustment tabs that we talked about before, so we can correct the camber that these cars suffer from, even when they're brand new. There's no adjustability in the back of these cars, so there's no way to set camber. The only thing you can do is set toe. Now we'll have full adjustment, repeatability, and consistency with the tabs. We're going to go ahead and throw these arms in now. A little crooked. Good, Mike?
What?
Good?
Yeah, fire. Nothing's leaking, it looks all good.
Yeah, we're just doing like an idle log right now. Mainly for the injector data and stuff like that.
All right, so that's pretty much a wrap for this build. Zach had to get to the airport, so we just ran him down there after doing some tuning on the car with the HP tuners, so that's all good to go. We just buttoned up the Cook's exhaust, so that's all good to go. The car is done. and ready to put that 900 horsepower to the wheels on the pavement. So let's get out there and do it. And hope you guys enjoyed it. And big shout out to all the sponsors, Claremont High School, and everybody that made this possible. And of course, you guys, the fans.